Have you ever stared at your hand and felt a pause, a subtle hesitation? Not fear, not confusion, but a quiet knowing you couldn't explain. For centuries, Dolores Cannon left behind messages meant for only a few souls, those who would understand them when the time was right. If this video has reached you, if your eyes landed on your hand now, it means you are one of the few he tried to warn. The mark he spoke of, the one he called the silent seal, wasn't about money, love, or luck. It was about awakening. And the most secret part of his prophecy is that those who carry this mark don't realize why they feel different until the world around them starts to shift. If you have an M on your hand, or even a faint crescent beneath it, don't look away. There's something hidden, a truth not meant for most, only for the 1% whose awakening starts quietly. Tonight, you will see why your soul has been restless, why old cycles are ending, and why Dolores Cannon said this mark awakens last, but strongest. But I won't share the forbidden truth just yet. First, you need to notice the signs. If even one is happening to you, your activation has already started. If you feel something stirring inside, type 1% in the comments. I want to see how many awakened souls are here. Even if you wanted to type it but paused, you've already felt the first sign without realizing it. It begins quietly, a shift no one else can see, but you feel it under the surface of your life. Maybe you've pulled away from certain conversations, feel drained around people you once tolerated, or sense discomfort in places that once felt familiar. The world hasn't changed, yet you no longer fit the same way. This isn't burnout or overthinking. It happens when your energy rises faster than your environment. Dolores Cannon wrote about this hidden moment, the world loosening its grip on those marked by the silent seal. He meant that before destiny changes, your inner vibration pulls away from a life you've outgrown. If your sensitivity has sharpened, dishonesty feels louder, small talk heavier, or you crave silence without knowing why, your awakening has already begun inside, long before the world notices. If this resonates, the next sign will feel familiar, but it doesn't happen while you're awake. It comes when your mind sleeps but your soul is alert. In your dreams. Not random dreams, but those that feel like messages, memories, or warnings in symbols that linger in the morning. Have you noticed them lately? Dreams that feel real, precise, heavy with meaning, as if they came not from your mind, but to your mind. Some call them premonitions, others, neos. Dolores Cannon called them shadows of timelines yet to come. Those with the mark will see these echoes before the rest of the world does. It's the feeling of dreaming something, then seeing parts of it appear in your life. A conversation, a place, a person, even an emotion you can't explain. And then there's the odd sensation during the day when time seems to bend, stretch, or slip. You don't lose time, you drift within it. These are signs your perception is touching edges of reality most never notice. If your dreams feel sharper or reality slightly off, like a page turning before you finish reading, your inner code is responding. Before the 1% fully awaken, their soul remembers paths from lifetimes long before this one. The next sign feels like something observing your heartbeat from inside. It's subtle, easy to overlook, but undeniable. It starts with the moon, not with rituals or drama, but in the way your body responds at night, as if listening to a frequency others can't detect. Have you noticed nights when sleep feels lighter, your mind sharper, your heart beating a little faster under the moon? Some call it restlessness. For those with these marks, it's the soul syncing with the lunar cycle. Dolores Cannon called it the silver pull. You may feel bursts of intuition, sudden clarity, or emotional heaviness before shifts. It's not random. It's resonance. Your energy responds to lunar light like memory responds to a familiar voice. Crescents and eclipses amplify the inner code carried by the 1%. If this resonates, the next sign will explain why many doors in your life have closed, not to punish, but to prepare you for what you're meant to carry. At a certain point, people mistake it for loss. Relationships grow distant, comforting conversations leave emptiness, homes feel unfamiliar. Your soul steps out of an old version of life while your body lingers. This isn't abandonment or failure. It's shedding. Dolores Cannon described it as clearing old rooms before the new dawn. Before stepping into your real timeline, everything that cannot follow must fall away, gently or abruptly, always with purpose. Habits dissolve, tolerances vanish. People drift. Not because you're cold, but because your frequency exceeds their gravity. The universe won't place you in your next chapter while you cling to the last. If people or situations are fading, if you feel detached, or sense endings in the air, know this: you're not being pushed away, you're being positioned. Your soul is moving into the cycle written for you long ago. The next sign happens inside your chest. The final one. A subtle pressure, steady, impossible to ignore. Not pain, not anxiety, but a pull like something inside is rising to the surface. You may feel it when you wake, stare into nothing, or hear a simple sentence that touches deeper than it should. It's the sense of purpose you can't yet name. You try to rationalize, but it keeps returning stronger. Dolores Cannon called this the awakening of the inner chamber, the soul recognizing its mission before the mind does. If you feel drawn to something unknown, if silence feels sacred, if your heart reacts before your thoughts, it's no coincidence. Your code is activating. Most never feel it. But those with the mark, the crescent beneath it, the final 1%, feel it like a heartbeat of destiny, not of the body. If even one part of this resonates, you're ready. Dolores Cannon left the part no one was meant to see, the forbidden truth. The real prophecy wasn't about the M alone. It was for those with a dual seal, the M and the faint crescent beneath it. Only 1% carry it. He called them bearers of the last frequency, arriving at the end of a major cycle, not to save the world, but to anchor a new timeline. They awaken quietly, sensing the shift before the shift, the ending before the ending, the dawn before the dawn. The forbidden truth. The mark isn't given, it's carried. You didn't earn it. You arrived with it, ready for the moment your energy exceeds the life you lived. That's why your world has been rearranging, why people fall away, your dreams sharpen, your intuition grows louder. It isn't random. It's activation. The next stage is not just a message, it's a calling. Your breath may change, your chest may warm, awareness may wash over you as if someone whispered your name from afar. Don't ignore it. It's alignment. A frequency, a memory, a promise from lifetimes past. Synchronicities will multiply. Doors will open or close with purpose. This isn't loss. It's guidance. Awakening starts with recognition, and you recognized yourself here. Finally, Dolores Cannon left one last prophecy. When the seal of the mind and the crescent of memory appear together on the same hand, the soul is freed from the old cycle. The I Am is the seal of mind, it sees beyond deception, awakens ahead of time. The crescent is the seal of memory, proof of a soul that has lived through cycles carrying wisdom modern life cannot erase. Together, they activate before the world sees, which is why you sense what others cannot. The prophecy wasn't warning. It was reassurance. When the old collapses and the new rises, you won't be caught between. You'll walk ahead. Now, it's your choice. Step fully into the awakening already inside you. If you stayed open, listening, remembering, this was more than a video. It's a mirror, a reminder of who you've always been. The world may not understand, but you do. In your chest, dreams, silence, the awakening is happening quietly. If something moved within you, acknowledge it. Seal it. Claim it. Type, I accept my code. Hawk, I am the 1%. If you want to go deeper into lunar memory, silent wave, and the activation phases ahead, subscribe or hit like to keep the energy open. Either way, your awakening has started. Look at your hand one more time. That mark was never random. It was always yours. Pause. Feel your breath, your chest, the subtle vibration under your skin. That sensation isn't from this video, it's you. Your energy has met the exact frequency to unlock the part of you you've always tried to explain. Misunderstood. Silenced. Tonight, it moves, and will continue over the coming days. A message may arrive at the right time, a dream may grow clearer, a person may return, a door may open, or a truth may hit you. None of it is coincidence. It's calibration. When a soul with a dual mark awakens, the universe quietly rearranges itself, perfectly, like stars forming a new constellation you can feel but not yet see. There's more to this prophecy, the lunar memory, the silent wave, the shift Dolores Cannon described. And next, we'll step into the place few ever reach, the moment the 1% crosses into the new timeline. For tonight, just breathe, feel, and let your awakening settle. You've remembered enough for now.